I want to work in the hole in the center of the face in my little room, and I just want to do dentistry. Make them better. Make them work. I have no idea what goes on out there. Today, I'm going to show you how you can do the dentistry that you're technically gifted and able to provide and have a high-performing dental practice. Every dental practice runs on 5 fundamental engines that are driven by 21 cylinders that address the performance of your 5 engines, organized by 44 systems. Whether you're restarting your engine, you're retuning your engine, you're replacing your engine, or you're revving your engines for the future. The performance and your openness to assess what's working in your engines, affirm what's not working, and adjust and be able to look at what you can do to predict your future as opposed to letting your future happen to you. I'm going to share with you 5 solutions that if you do well, you can do all of the dentistry that you're here learning clinically and have behind you a higher performing team. Solution number 1, increase the longevity and the loyalty of your current patients. Every human being has an impact on another. High-performing teams are working with purpose, empowerment, defined roles, relationship skills and communication, and their compassion for people, flexibility, achieving optimal productivity, getting the recognition they deserve, to have the morale that gets them out of the bed in the morning to stand in front of the dental practice and encourage those patients to keep coming back, appointment after appointment after appointment. Solution number 2, increase your number of new patients. There are millions of dollars being spent in marketing strategies in this industry every year on external marketing programs to bring new relationships into your practice. Do you know in 2008, day after day, the number one referral source for new patients in your practice today is word of mouth. Good patients hang out with good patients. Do your patients of record know that you would be happy to accept their friends and family into your dental practice? Know your active patient count. How many businesses out there don't know the number of customers they serve? An active patient is defined on the number of human beings that have walked through your doors in the last 2 years. Outstanding dentistry. I call dentistry, each and every one of you in this room are cabinet millionaires. The average solo provider in the United States of America has $500,000 sitting in their wall of charts of undone dentistry ready to be accessed. Solution number 3, increase the frequency of the services you provide to your current patients in relationship to the performance of your patient engine. What is your patient demographic? Do you have traditionalist patients, baby boomer patients, Generation X patients, or what I call Generation ID patients? And I have one of those in my life, an 18-year-old called Generation I Deserve. Know your patient demographics, your diagnostic philosophy, the belief that every patient that walks through your doors deserves the right to know what dentistry has to offer in 2008. If we could get over the judgments and diagnose so we could plan, present, and make dentistry affordable. You know, every once in a while something happens in your life to change what you believe forever and how you behave. Let's go back 20 years ago. I was a practicing dental hygienist. I had a 6-foot-tall, striking man walk through my treatment room. He sat in the chair. His name was Jeff Pennington. He sat in the chair, and like a good dental hygienist, I did all the procedures I was supposed to do, updated his health history, got his personal information. He proceeded to pull an acrylic flipper out of his mouth with 8 teeth attached. He'd just immigrated from England to marry the woman of his dreams that did not know he did not have his natural teeth. I proceeded with my appointment. I looked through the paperwork. The voice in my head was talking about, oh, can he afford what I know this doctor is going to recommend when he comes in for this hygiene exam? I looked at the line that said occupation, more flow car wash. I continued with the appointment. Dr. Morielli walked into the room and said, Lisa, how's Jeff? I said, Jeff is getting married in 3 weeks, and Jeff is fine. The doctor proceeded to do his 3 to 5 minute hygiene examination, and on the way out, Jeff said, thank you. I've never had an experience with a dental hygienist before. I appreciate it. Here's some coupons for a free car wash. 4 weeks later, I drive into the car wash on the way to work. I see Jeff over in the parking lot, bent over, shining his red MGB. I yelled his name, Jeff, it's Lisa, your dental hygienist. I'm here to use my coupons. He stood up and looked at me, and I was blinded by the sunlight shining off the porcelain in his mouth. As I started to get that feeling in the base of my stomach, I got out of the car and I walked over to him and I said, Jeff, where did you get those teeth? I just saw you 4 weeks ago. He said, that guy right there. Lisa, I did exactly what you told me to do. I was a good boy. I took my partial out every time I ate, and I brushed it diligently. And he saw me when he was in the waiting room for his car detailing and said to me, I'm a dentist, and if you'd ever like to know what dentistry can do so you don't have to pull your teeth in and out every meal, please come and see me. He said, Lisa, he put porcelain on 19 of my teeth. So as the tears welled up, he said, come with me. We walked into his office to this huge wall of 37 framed licensing agreements. He said, I own 37 of these car washes across the country. Shame on you. How many car washes do your patients own? If we could just turn down the volume and the judgments and the biases of the voice inside of our head and diagnose, plan, present, and let the patient make the choice that's right for them about the dentistry that you're so technically gifted in delivering. Solution number 4, reactivate the patients who are inactive in your practice. Be proactive in your 44 systems. Out of all the 44 systems, over 10 systems equate to the reactivation and the retention factor in your practice. Think of the cylinders that run your capacity engine. Your facility is your capacity, the number of hours you work, and the way you schedule your day. When American consumers were asked what's the number one reason why you don't show up for your hygiene visit, guess what they said? It's just a cleaning. When are we as an industry going to believe in ourselves to express the value to the American public that we are a valued member of healthcare? We in dentistry are the gateway to your overall wellness, to your health and your longevity. Your goal of less than 10% non-productive time in your hygiene department, less than 5% in your restorative department, so you can be productive in your dental practice. Solution number 5 that relates to the expense engine is increase the variety of the services that you provide in dentistry. If you think of dentistry in simplistic terms, if we keep the complexity and the technical part and the materials and everything you have to keep up with a dentist, simplify your operations through looking at your 5 engines, and if you look and say, what do you take home? Overhead is what it costs to run your business, regardless of whether you have a patient in the chair. Your break even is what it costs you to eat and to live the lifestyle you deserve for the years you put into this career, regardless of what stage you are. I often tell students at the University of Toronto when I teach them, just because you don't learn it here doesn't mean you don't need to know it. This is just the beginning of the path of your leadership journey, your ownership journey. And dentists, if you think about it, have a very unorthodox leadership model. They don't get to sit behind the big oak desk gazing at the floor-to-ceiling windows, looking at the skyscrapers, working 100% of your energy to create a successful environment where people can build their strengths. You have to be in a 10 by 10 room producing 60 cents on every dollar every day, with an approximate of 1 to 3 interruptions every hour. You are the owner, the leader, the manager, sometimes the Christmas party planner, the CEO, and the CFO. Look at your facility, look at your capacity, look at your fixed expenses, your variable expenses, and know what does it take for you to provide a variety of services. Dentistry has 3 basic outcomes: the health of the gums and the bone that holds the teeth in your mouth through hygiene, the health of the teeth in the jaw joint through your restorative department, and the health of the smile through the cosmetic services that you offer. Ask yourself, are you able to go to a course and learn the technical need that you need, the technical skills that you need to provide the dentistry? And when you come back from that course, do you have a team on board that's going to implement what it takes for you to do that dentistry? In summary, let's review. Number 1, longevity, increase the longevity and the loyalty of your current patients. Number 2, increase and grow. The average practitioner needs at least 20 to 25 new patients a month to be able to be considered in the growth stage of their practice. Solution number 3, increase the frequency in which your active current patients say yes. The average case acceptance in this country is 65%, as stated by the ADA. Ask yourself, are you tracking your case acceptance? Do you know, out of every dollar that's diagnosed, which patients and what percentage in dollars leave your practice? Case acceptance I define as a patient who leaves your practice with a smile on their face, agreeing to pay you more than it cost you to serve them, in the essence of their own well-being and oral health. Solution number 4, take the time to reactivate the patients who've fallen through the cracks. Did you know that 68% of your patients, based on a Gallup poll done 2 years ago, leave you as a service business because of indifference? What is indifference? Indifference truly is, I don't care, and I don't care that I don't care. I have no emotional connection to you as my service provider as far as the health of my mouth. Indifference can be compared to apathy. And in my mind, apathy is the lowest human emotion before dead. Solution number 5, enhance the variety. All of you do that on a regular basis through your commitment to continuing education. Enhance the variety of the services you provide. If you take the time and reflect and look at the 5 engines, and I'll give you an acronym so you never forget the 5 engines that run your dental practice. CREPT. C-R-E-P-T, in no particular order. It's the only acronym or word I could come up with the first letter of every engine. Capacity, revenue, expense, patient, and team. Go back to your team. Go back and have a meeting and analyze and assess. If it's working, do more. If it's not, do different. And if you don't know, find out. There's nothing that stops the growth of an organization faster than the belief that how you worked yesterday is the same way you need to work tomorrow. Thank you for letting me do what I love to do, with the willingness to listen, the intellect to know and learn about your business, and the privilege to have the passion to make a positive difference in the lives of dental professionals. Thank you.